Hi everyone, my name is Camila and I'm here to present to you Maria. Maria is a product that is focused on the e-commerce industry, an industry that has been growing rapidly for the past few years and it's supposed to grow even more. However, not all sectors are growing at the same pace. And for example, in the online grocery shopping experience, only 3 out of 12 people buy online. However, 7 are willing to start doing so if the experience improves and if it improves. So right now, there's a big problem for retailers because 70% of all online shopping carts are being abandoned. And this is a really big margin. So we want to tackle on this number and reduce it. So let's think about the typical online shopper. Let's think about the addressable market. Right now, 3 people out of 12 people represent $7 billion. So it's a really big market that is going to grow even more until 2020. And this is only about the US market. So it's really big and it's supposed to grow even more. About the use case, let's think about this John. John is a typical online grocery shopper. He doesn't have a lot of free time and he prefers to buy it online. So when he buys online, he still has to find time on his agenda to do so because it takes a lot of time. The experience is not perfect and he goes already thinking that he's not going to finish it because he starts doing it and he loses all the products or he doesn't find the products that he wants or even he cannot even easily check out. So he quits, and that's one more cart that has been abandoned. So we have the solution for John, and the solution is Maria, a white label chatbot that can be personalized for every retailer. It's going to be comfortable and intuitive, and it's going to tackle the asynchronously type of charge. So it's going to focus on the experience rather than the products and the basket size. So why a chatbot? You're probably thinking this is a strange interface to buy groceries because it's natural, so it's just like talking to a friend. You can easily add products to that list. It's also asynchronously, so for example, when you have the need, you can easily add it to your cart. It's at the moment, you don't have to write it down and do it after, it's at the moment. And also it's easy for the retailer to re-engage with the client and it allows a lot of integrations. So for example, if you want to use your perfect instant messenger like Facebook or WhatsApp or Slack, you can use it to talk with your Maria and your shopping list. So about the MVP, it's going to be really simple and we are going to focus on 3 features. The first one is to add products to the shopping cart. So that's the first feature that we want to focus on, just by saying like, I want to add this product to that list, and it's done. The second one is to allow different people to use the same list. So it can be a collaborative and shareable experience. And the third and final one is to be integrable. So if you want to use it on Facebook, you can use it, or you can use the app for the retailer. So how are we going to do this? We are going to start by finishing the MVP in 9 months, where our first 3 months are going to be focused on creating the app and the list, then creating the possibility to have several profiles using the same list, and finishing with the messaging integrations and using different platforms. We hope by the end of these 9 months we are done with the MVP. About the business model, we are going to be a software as a service where we are going to focus on our first phase to show what we are capable of. So we are going to have a 3 months free trial for retailers to understand how our channel works and how we can, what's our value proposition for the retailer. And after that, we are going to have a 1 month trial. Because we already validated our idea. About our go-to-market, we are going to be real direct. We are going to start with validation. So we want to test our product first as a B2C, our shopping list and our collaborative shopping list and different platforms. We want to start by that. And after, we want to partner with different retailers. About validation, we are not the only ones who believe that this is a great solution. We talked with head of innovation department of Sonai with Marlos, and he said that it was a great idea, and conversational commerce is something that is getting a lot of attention. So we are moving in the right direction. And about the future, we want to be a part of every consumer's life. We don't want to be only a grocery personal assistant. We want to be there all the way. So we have the perfect team for that. We have Danielle, that is a full stack developer and is going to focus on the technical side and making Maria work. Then we have Mariana, our lead designer, that she's going to focus on user experience and everything perfect for the client. And then there's me, that I'm going to make sure that the team is moving in the right direction. And that's it. Thank you. Okay, questions?
Open for questions.
You can come.
How did you guys come up with the idea?
First, we started analyzing the retail industry and the trends and problems that were associated with the industry. And after that, we tried to brainstorm a lot. And we tried to also add the chatbot trend that is happening right now. And we came up with Maria.
So sorry, I should probably introduce myself. My name's Jason Nadal. I work here at Microsoft, and I get to lead our innovation team. And so a lot of you guys probably know Luis Collado, and so I get to work with Luis every day, and about 4 or 5 other people just like him. So
Okay.
I love my job. I want the app tomorrow. Like, this is fantastic.
Okay.
And so that's why I was curious, like, how this came about, and how do you see yourself white labeling it across? Where would this be hosted? Were you guys going to do all the hosting on a cloud platform base, or are you going to give it to the clients?
We probably will give it to the clients, since the big and medium retailers normally already have the servers and everything for their sites. So we probably would just give the software and set it all up, and in the future add more features and be more personalized according with the retailer needs. And probably we would not host the server. You don't. Or we can talk to Microsoft, yeah.
Well, so and I might be hosting it on our cloud platform as well.
Okay, yeah. For example.
I would, yeah.
Sorry.
So go back, keep on that. What is it?
Oh yeah, this would be a mock-up of how our app would work. We actually already have a chatbot working at Facebook Messenger. It's not completely 100% perfect, but it's kind of working, and it's able to recognize some words and add some products to our cart. So this is just the beginning. We did it in one day. Our expert in artificial intelligence did that, and that's it. Any more questions? Okay, yeah, sorry.
How do you know that the customer wants a solution like that? Do you validate the market before you present this solution?
Yeah, we actually did a survey about the online experience of the customer. And a lot of the feedback that we received was about the complexity and the discomfort people felt when using the online solutions right now, because they normally or lose the products that they were in the cart, or they cannot add the credit card, and then they go there a second time and they have to start all over again from the beginning. The problem, our solution here would be like Maria would recognize your preferences. So imagine that you are constantly buying cookies, and those cookies are Oreo. So the 3rd or 4th time that you say, I want to buy cookies, Maria would say, okay, you want to buy Oreo, family size, 1 quantity? And you would just say yes. So it's way easier than just starting from the beginning all over again when you go shopping.
And then sorry, you go ahead. So then it winds up like kind of keeping your list for you and what you've liked. Like Maria would say to me, like the next week, like, hey, last week you got these things. You want them again?
Yeah, that's the easy part of re-engaging with the client from the retailer. Yeah, so it's going to Maria would end up almost being a personal assistant for grocery shopping, and even stock management. For example, you normally buy Oreos from once a month.
No, like once a day.
You buy Oreos once a day? Okay, then you buy.
I could eat an entire box in like a sitting.
Then it's a perfect example
disgusting.
then. Okay. So imagine that you buy Oreos once a day, and today you probably forgot, or you are not thinking, you are really busy. Maria would send an hey, Jason, wouldn't you like to buy Oreos today? I can add it to your cart. So she would recognize your patterns and she would recognize your preferences to make it all easier and not from the scratch every time you start it again.
Very well.
Question?
So
Yeah.
you mentioned one of the steps of the plan would be to build your own chat app. Is
Yeah.
there any particular reason for that instead of just integrating with Facebook or Slack or whatever?
The goal of our software is to show confidence and for people to feel comfortable using our software. So right now, Facebook doesn't allow much of configuration, at least visual and design. So it's not able to share that experience. So having an app would be allow us to have this type of more friendly, more comfortable image, and that's probably the reason. And also, the APIs, if I'm not mistaken, are not completely perfect right now. So if we design it from scratch, it would be easier.
I mean, all you would need was the APIs. I think a challenger business model on giving it as a license to Sonai, to Mini Breco, to whomever, and really think about taking it yourself and then having in a true SaaS model. I would love to have that as Maria as an app, and then I could toggle through where I am or have her get to know that, oh, he's going to buy this at Fnac. He wants,
Okay, you
some
could
new
like a
Sonos
marketplace.
speakers, right?
Okay.
No, you don't. You're not going to create a marketplace, but you
Okay.
like if you are going to offer up like, hey, we have partnerships with 20 retailers. The Gap to you guys have the Gap here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Gap
Actually,
to
no,
Sonai.
actually no.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. You know
Yeah.
the Gap, right? So
We know.
to Fnac to whomever. Like I could toggle or have my Fnac Maria, my whomever Maria, and I could just interact and build that list up. The other thing too, if you guys host it, strip out all the personal identification information. You've got
Tons
we
of
use
data.
a super technical word here, a shit ton of data to then feed back into all the the manufacturers and the retailers. You have a whole other business that you can spit out and provide massive decision-making data through the business intelligence.
Yeah.
Maybe Jason, let me add on top of that, but just to start, I am João, I'm the financial guy here from BIG, representing the fintech space, specifically on the venture capital arm of the bank. But I'd like to ask you, what was your decision process in order to be a white label instead of, imagine, now I'm just trying to put you thinking a little bit, but maybe you thought about it, of being an aggregator of retailers, or even though a lead generator, it's another revenue model on top of that. And then I have a question for you, just to comment, how difficult you think we're going to be the connection between the text and the ordering, like the ordering process, like asking for. So, but it's two different questions. One more technical, one.
I will answer that after.
Okay, in terms of the business model, we thought about being an aggregator, but the problem would be we found it hard for retailers to be on our side at the beginning because we need for sure of their inventory, we need a connection to their APIs or services, and that would be difficult to have several retailers using the same platform as aggregators. And that was the principal reason that we didn't go that way. Even though we would prefer to be a B2C and to have our branding directly talking with the consumer, we find that having our software used by retailers is also a good way to be.
Brand recognition, right?
Yeah. So, okay.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Technology in that area, it's evolving. It's not quite there yet, but I think in about a year, chatbots will be much smarter than they are, learning and interpreting what people say to them. And well, we haven't started yet, so when we get there.
No, I was just thinking of, I was imagining myself using this, and I would be really annoying if I was writing cookies and then the seeds not in capital letters and it doesn't recognize. I'd be even more annoying than going to the typical
That's the hardest part of our solution, but
I was just curious. Thanks.
Can we show the chatbots? Maybe not.
While he's putting that up, how serious are you guys about combining forces and taking this on after your internship?
Really serious? No, we are available for sure. I think we have a strong team, so we would be up to the challenge. Let's see if this doesn't ruin. Então,
We have a problem on the server. The images of the products are showing.
okay,
I don't
let's
know why,
imagine
but
something here.
I can show.
Okay. What's wrong? Yay. Okay, should appear an image, but right now it only says Oreo cookies for euros, family size, but you can go and buy a normal.
No.
You want family? Okay, go back. Okay, put family size again and add this to my cart. Added Oreo cookies for euros. So it's really small, simple.
But
The image is not loading, but it's just an image.
it's not our problem, sir. It's the server.
It's the server. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just wanted to add a comment. I really have to congratulate you because I'm really impressed with your progress over the last few days. And just for those who weren't involved, it's really awesome to see, like in week 3 or 4, within the internship program, you guys were still exploring, simply exploring from scratch. And so over the last 2 months, you've built something that's amazes us. So congratulations for that, really.
Thank you.